Hello everyone, my name is James and welcome back to another video. Today's case is about Dilcia Mejia, who was murdered in 2004 and her case was only solved almost 2 decades later. Dilcia was born on the 12th of September 1988. She was only 16 when she was murdered. Dilcia lived in Miami, Florida with her mother, Dilcia Oliva, and stepfather, Raul Mata. They lived in a mobile home community in Colonial Acres. Dilcia was a student at Miami Beach High School. The night of September 16, 2004, Dilcia went to say goodnight to her mother and her stepfather around 11 p.m. At 5:30 a.m. on the morning of September 17, Dilcia's mother went to work, but she did not check on Dilcia since she did not want to wake her up if she was still sleeping. At 7:45 a.m. that same morning, Dilcia's stepfather, Raul Mata, left the home. He also did not check on Dilcia as he also assumed she was still asleep. Raul returned to the home at 9:18, less than 2 hours later, to find Dilcia dead in her own bed. Her throat had been slashed. Police were called to the residence on 9600 block of Northwest 10th Avenue. "We need someone to come here, my daughter. Somebody killed my daughter," he told the dispatcher.
Mejia, seen here at her quinceañera, was killed just 5 days after her 16th birthday. Her throat slashed in this mobile home in September of 2004.
Police started by questioning the people closest to Dilcia, which were mother and her stepfather. They both denied any involvement in the crime, but Mata did admit that they did not get along very well. Dilcia's mother was devastated, and she said to CBS4, "She was my baby, you know? And I miss her every day. I think about her all the time. The first few years were so difficult for me, I thought I was going to die. Every time when I go somewhere I remember her. It's difficult. I don't have any more babies." She prayed every day that new information will come to help solve this case. "I believe in God," she said. "He is not blind. We hope the public can help. If you know anything, talk to them and police. You can help me, you know. There will be justice. I want people to tell the truth. The truth will come out later." She also said, "I had only one baby. God gave me the strength to go through."
Dilcia Mejia was a joy in our life, and the loss of it left a huge hole in all of our hearts.
Trinidad Gonzalez says the murder of her cousin, Dilcia Mejia, shattered her family.
The detective working on the case at that time was Detective Robert Miller. When Dilcia's body was examined, they found DNA under her fingernails, but at the time, DNA testing was not a possibility. A murder weapon was never found. Her murder was ruled as a homicide, but no arrests were made. Detective Robert Miller said, "I do believe that there is one individual out there who can shed some light on this case and take it in a new direction. The bottom line is that we owe it to the family to bring them the answers and the truth, and for the deceased, we owe them justice. I take this case personally because this is a young, vibrant 16-year-old girl in the prime of her life with dreams and aspirations. I have children myself." Detective Robert Miller has been looking into the murder ever since it happened. He expressed that Dilcia's stepfather, Raul Mata, is a suspect in the case. He explained, saying, "Even though common sense dictates that we look at Mata, I don't want us to be oblivious to anyone else. I don't want the people out there to focus all of their attention on Mr. Mata. If there is any bit of information out there that will lead us to another individual, I am all ears." Through the years, police continued to look at all possible leads, but eventually the case went cold. In May 2020, investigators requested that the victim's fingernail clips, which were collected during her autopsy, be retested and examined, since there have been advances in DNA technology. The DNA was found to match Dilcia's stepfather, Raul Mata, who was now 46 years old.
Mata had long been a suspect in the case, but police say through the advancement of forensic technology and DNA evidence obtained from Mejia's body, they can now positively link him to the murder.
I can tell you that his demeanor changed as soon as we laid out the facts in front of him.
It was found that after the murder, Mata had separated from Dilcia's mother and moved to California, where he started a new life with a new job and a new wife and children.
Following Mejia's death in Miami, Mata moved to California, where he remarried and has been a nurse at Watsonville Community Hospital.
Mata was eventually located and arrested at the Hotel Paradox in Santa Cruz, September 21 around 7 p.m., where he was vacationing with his new wife and 3 children.
New video of a man in California arrested for killing a 16-year-old girl in her home, the suspect, the teen's stepfather. NBC6 reporter Derek Lewis has the new details.
On September 17, 2004, Miami-Dade police found Dilcia Mejia in a home unresponsive. Police say Raul Mata, her stepfather, directed officers to Dilcia's body that day, where she had a laceration on her neck.
A new arrest affidavit says they had a strained relationship and revealed scratches and bruises were found on Mata's left forearm and inner bicep. The affidavit also said investigators told Mata that they had learned that a school counselor was on the verge of telling Dilcia's mother that Mata had made inappropriate advances to her. Raul Mata was charged with first-degree murder for the death of his stepdaughter Dilcia Mejia. The motive still remains unclear.
Now, the new arrest affidavit also says that Mejia told a school counselor that Mata had made inappropriate advances towards her, and that counselor was on the verge of telling Mejia's mother. Mata's charged of first-degree murder. Detectives hope he'll be extradited from California sometime very soon.
Raul Mata's new wife believed that her husband was innocent.
And Christopher, we understand that you got a chance to talk to the suspect's wife tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. I did have a chance to speak with her. She gave me a statement, and I want to read it to you in full. She told me, quote, "I'm aware of his past, and there's never been a doubt in my mind about his character, and he's 1,000% innocent. He's been a nurse in our community for the past 15 years, saving lives in the emergency room. He's an incredible person, and he doesn't deserve this, and the truth will prevail."
Shortly after his arrest, Raul Mata used a pen to stab himself in the femoral artery. He was transferred to a hospital where he later died from his injuries. That brings us to the end of this case. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Feel free to suggest any cases you would like me to cover, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.